the gracious host of this evening, Shri Arun Firodia ji, Jayashri ji, my very dear friend Ramesh Mashelkar, Dr. Bhatkar, and of course my heroes, Gagandeep Kang and Tessie Thomas. Ladies and gentlemen, I also want to specially call out my dear friend Leela Poonawalla. For me, this recognition, this award is certainly very humbling, and I'm deeply honored and grateful to the Firodia Foundation for the H K Firodia Award. And I would like to dedicate this award to every entrepreneur in our country who is doing their bit for nation building. The notion of taking an idea to the market is daunting, yet exciting, aspirational, yet very challenging. And I sincerely believe that great nations are built by millions of entrepreneurial endeavors, both big and small, that unleash the potential of ideas fueling economic engines of growth with the power of entrepreneurial purpose. I call myself an accidental entrepreneur because I embarked on a journey, an entrepreneurial journey that was fairly pioneering in industrial biotechnology, with absolutely no notion of ever starting my own business. I can honestly say that I've been guided by the North Star of business purpose in my entrepreneurial journey. And it is the passionate pursuit of business purpose that I believe has led to several successes in my entrepreneurial journey. I've realized that purpose is an evolving process which actually improves clarity of vision and the strength of conviction. And the power of purpose is fueled by an idea that is backed with both passion and conviction. So let me start at the very beginning. I founded my company Biocon in 1978, as you heard from Dr. Mashelkar, in a tiny garage, with a simple idea of developing enzymes that could replace chemical processes and thereby reduce chemical pollution and build eco-friendly biosolutions. And by doing this, there was also an opportunity to reduce energy consumption. Fundamental to this idea was the spirit of research-driven scientific pursuit based on microbial fermentation that would yield innovative products and technologies that could green the planet. I must also share with you that when I started my company in 1978, as a woman scientist who had been spurned by industry in India only because I was a woman, I was determined to start a company that would foster a research and scientific-driven culture where women scientists and both scientists and engineers of both genders could actually find meaningful engagement. Because that was also the time of massive brain drain from this country. And I, as an entrepreneur, felt that if I could prevent the brain drain by providing exciting and meaningful employment opportunities for young scientists, both men and women, I thought that would be a good sense of purpose. And I'm excited and really pleased that today, 44 years later, 40% of our research scientists are women. I'm excited that we have the largest working talent pool of scientists and engineers in one campus. We have almost 12,000 scientists and engineers in our campus in Bangalore. So I think from that point of view, I feel that I have dreamt about this and I'm happy that I've realized part of this dream. And my whole journey of entrepreneurship has been guided by a sense of business purpose. So I wanted to create this whole notion of creating green businesses way back in the 80s and 90s. An idea ahead of its time, no doubt, because that was not the time of climate change or sustainability. But nevertheless, I felt it was an important purpose that I had to steer myself with. And I can tell you, as a group of scientists and engineers, we relentlessly pursued enzyme technologies that were eco-friendly and energy efficient. And I must say that we created several proprietary technologies and high-value intellectual property that generated an impressive portfolio of international patents. In fact, in 2007, when we finally divested our enzymes business, it was our scientific efforts which gave us a very lucrative return through the IP we had created. The next phase of my business purpose was initiated in 1998 when we decided to foray into fermentation-based pharmaceuticals and biopharmaceuticals. And this time we were driven by the ethos to deliver affordable access to essential medicines that were beyond the reach of most needy patients in India. In fact, I must admit that what really started me off was the huge inequity I found in our country, where in the late 90s and the early part of the century, I realized that India was considered the diabetes capital of the world, and patients who needed insulin could only afford animal insulins because recombinant human insulin was beyond the reach of most patients in our country. And I thought that was a travesty. And so I said to my colleagues, why don't we develop a recombinant human insulin based on one of our enzyme technologies? And that enzyme technology was derived from a very special yeast called Pichia pastoris. And we actually developed recombinant human insulin very successfully and launched it in 2004 and disrupted the market. We forced down the price of imported insulin to 1/10 of what it was being sold at. And now, today, I don't think anyone has even heard of animal insulins. Today, every patient who needs insulins in the country uses recombinant human insulin. So I really believe that, we really played a very important role in disrupting the way insulin was delivered to the Indian market, and today, thanks to our efforts, we are supplying our insulins to over 80 countries in the world. I'm also very proud of the fact that we have a proprietary insulin technology globally, and we also have the distinction of being the first and only company globally to get approval from US FDA for an interchangeable insulin glargine. So I think what this demonstrates is the excellence that our scientists have demonstrated in their research, in their development, and of course, the manufacturing that goes alongside it. Simultaneously, what we also did was that we started looking at other biologics. And I realized the same was true of antibodies. My best friend needed an antibody which was Herceptin to treat breast cancer. She was a very, very successful professional, well-to-do professional, but even she had to sell her property to afford that treatment. And the same drug, trastuzumab, is today available at a very affordable price point thanks to the efforts of our scientists. In every one of these cases, we have focused on affordable innovation, as Professor Mashelkar referred to. And in every one of this, our guiding North Star was affordable access. Affordable access to life-saving and essential medicines for patients anywhere and everywhere. Again, we are very proud that we were the first company to be approved by US FDA for biosimilar trastuzumab. So I think what we have demonstrated is that when you believe in your capabilities, when you believe in excellence, when you believe in science, anything is possible. And today, as the world battles with health equity, we as a company have always tried to make a difference to global health and make a difference to health equity through affordable innovation and providing affordable access. Today, I'm very proud that we have built world-class research capabilities and global manufacturing capabilities. One of the things that I realized as an entrepreneur was, when you want to make global impact, you have to have global scale. And although it takes deep pockets to do that, if you don't create global scale, you cannot make global impact. That was another differentiator, where I said, if we want to do it, we can't do it half-heartedly. We have to go for it. So today we have some of the largest facilities for making insulins and monoclonal antibodies. In fact, we rank amongst the top 20 biomanufacturing companies in the world. Even in the case of insulins, today insulins is a heated debate even in a wealthy country like the US. And we as a company made a pledge just before the pandemic at the United Nations General Assembly that we would provide insulin at 10 cents per day to developing world patients. And we have partnered with many, many organizations to provide this affordable access. As an entrepreneur, I've always believed that our entrepreneurial endeavor must be embedded in empathy. And that is what will drive our business purpose as we evolve into our next phase of business purpose. I can't help but believe that the future will be about new age therapeutics that are predictive, precise, and personalized. And we aim to develop therapeutics wherein digital technologies will play an integral role in ensuring that patients receive personalized care with predictable and better outcomes. I feel extremely privileged and humbled to be recognized for my lifetime efforts in steering my company Biocon as a responsible and empathetic biotech company, which is driven by a sense of business purpose that aligns to what everyone talks about today, which is ESG, environment, sustainability, and social equity. Environmental sustainability, social equity, and ethical governance. Those are the tenets that I want everyone in my organization to live by. But above all, if we want to make our nation great, I think science and engineering is going to play a very key role in our future. So I would like to conclude by thanking the Firodia Foundation for recognizing me, for giving me this Lifetime Achievement Award. Of course, I know I still have many miles to go. So I would like to really thank all of you and thank all of you for being here to see me receive it. Thank you.